Hey everybody, my name is Sam Hudson, and this is my personal timeline and museum presentation. So I'm going to go ahead and screen share so you guys can see what I'm seeing. So I created my timeline and showcased my museum through Prezi. I started with 1978 for my timeline because that was the year that my parents got married. And obviously an important date because I wouldn't be here without it. In 1985, my older sister was born. And here's a picture of her with my grandmother. In 1986, the Challenger exploded 73 seconds after taking off with Krista McAuliffe on board, who was supposed to be the first teacher in space. In 1994, my twin brother and I were born. And there's a picture of my older sister and my brother and I. And there's an ongoing joke in my family that she prayed for a brother or a sister for so long and then she got both. In 2001, I picked this year and this date just because it was a very crucial point in my own life, because it was the first tragedy that I experienced in my own lifetime. And I thought this image was really captivating. In 2004, my grandfather passed away from kidney cancer. He was a vital part in my life and an overall great man and businessman and family man. In 2010, my niece was born, and this is a picture of me getting to hold her 2 months after she was born. And then in 2012, I graduated from Mississippi School of the Arts, where I studied literary arts. It's a residential art high school in Brookhaven, Mississippi. So um, you live in a dorm and you take part in a dorm type lifestyle, but you're still under the restrictions and guidelines of a high school setting. In 2014, I had a few things that stuck out and were important. My grandmother passed away from her own battle with cancer, and this is one of the last images that was taken of her. I actually took this for a black and white photography class for my photojournalism program at USM, and so it's a really important image to me, and she was an important person in my life too. In 2014, I also got to go to my first music festival and got to go backstage at one of the shows. And then I transferred to the W and changed my major to elementary education. In 2017, I also had a few things happen. I found unexpected friendship in my social club Jesters on campus. And I also found a home away from home in Wesley on campus. And I got to join the campus rec family. And I got to be Odie's handler a couple of times. So here's a picture of Odie. And then here is my museum. The first item was a book because I have a huge passion for literacy and reading, and it's one of my own hobbies as well. But this was one of the first books that I remember reading and wanting to know more about the subject and comprehending fully, and it's always been a favorite of mine. And then here's an image of my grandmother and I. She was an important part of my life, and this also represents how important family is to me. And a picture of my planner and a pen because I'm all constantly planning, trying to keep track of dates and deadlines and things like that. And I'm a stickler for being punctual, so. And then I also included my journal because I've recently started trying to do daily devotionals and keep myself accountable that way, but I'm also constantly taking notes about various things going on in my life. Then there's an image of The Breakfast Club, which is one of my favorite movies of all time, but it also represents my love for pop culture and things like that. There's a hand sanitizer because I'm known as the mom in my friend group, and I always have hand sanitizer on me. I usually have all other random things like um, a first aid kit or crackers in case somebody's blood sugar drops or something like that. And then there is a eyeshadow palette because one of my hobbies is makeup. I don't get to do it as often as I used to, but I like practicing and getting better with it and seeing what I can do creatively with makeup. And then my phone because I'm constantly listening to music as a commuter. Music and audiobooks and podcasts are how I keep myself sane during the commute. And then there's a coffee cup because coffee is a vital part of my life. So that is the end of my presentation. And I really appreciate you guys watching, and I look forward to seeing your presentations. Thank you.